Right folks, let's assume that you've successfully tackled the half roll back and it becomes second nature to you. The next thing we're going to move on to then is the roll up exercise, the roll up. I'll demonstrate the whole exercise to begin with. There's a few variations. The first variation I'm going to demonstrate is going to be the straight leg version. Now you notice here as well, I have a couple of head blocks. I tend to use a large head block for myself because I want to have my head in line with my spine. So I'll demonstrate the exercise and then I'll go through the main coaching points. Okay folks, taking it from the top, as I say, I have the head block to make sure that my head is in line with my spine and my eyes are looking straight up at the ceiling. And of course, as I previously mentioned on basic principles, I have a neutral lumbar spine. So I'll take that from the top then. I lie back on the mat. Now I prefer to teach this with my toes coming towards my shins because that encourages more of a stretch in the lower leg. So roll back down, I come into the imprint position, so I layer my lower back onto the mat, then I release to neutral, and then position my head in my head block, my ears are reaching away from the shoulders. So my setup is there, ready to go. Hands come down by the sides. 4 breath pattern then, we take an inhale to come up, exhale to bring the hands back behind the head, reaching away. At the same time, I'm gently sliding my shoulder blades down my rib cage to stabilise the shoulders. Then I inhale, I start moving my fingers forward slowly. Now look at my neck, I'm still inhaling here as I lengthen through the back of the neck to eventually come to here. Then I exhale, slide my shoulder blades down the rib cage, engage the abdominals. And I imagine I'm coming over an imaginary football, stretching its vertebrae apart, reaching forward. Once again, allowing these shoulder blades to move forwards. Notice the arms are parallel. Then I inhale, come back, begin to slide the shoulder blades down. Notice I'm maintaining that C curve. Inhale, inhale, exhale slowly, come into imprint, crushing an imaginary exhale under my lower back. Releasing as I exhale from imprint to neutral, bring the arms all the way back as far as they go. Notice my arms are straight, notice the slight width of my arms, there's a slight V, back to starting position, eyes looking straight up at the ceiling. Notice my rib cage is also connected to my pelvis and it's not popping up. So one more time then, inhale. Begin to lengthen through the back of the neck with my head in the block. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down the rib cage. Engage the abdominals coming forward there. Arms parallel, reaching. Putting a little bit of a stretch onto the hamstrings there. Stretching out the latissimus muscles here. Take it, inhale. Exhale, come through. Roll through imprint. Crush that exhale. Release to neutral, but no further neutral. Back we come. Okay, so that's the roll up with the straight leg version. Okay, what that encourages you to do is to strengthen the abdominals and also to stretch out and strengthen the deep hip flexors as well. And I'll go into that in a little bit more detail when we get to the class. Now, the next variation allows me to take the hip flexors out of the equation and makes me work my abdominals a wee bit harder. So let's assume now you're quite successful in mastering the straight leg version. We now go to the bent leg version. And on the setup, as I showed you before, balls to the feet, down, pivot off the big toes, there. The bend in the leg is arbitrary. You can have quite a deep bend or a slight bend depending on your physical abilities and your abdominal strength. Once again, we're attacking all the abdominals, but in particular the rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscles. So from here then, inhale, bring my fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back slowly and under control. There. Still got that connection in the rib cage. Notice how straight the arms are. Notice the angle of the arms, and my ears are stretching away from my shoulders. I inhale, bring my fingertips towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And then exhale, the shoulder blades to slide down the rib cage and engage those abdominals to come forward. See how slow and controlled this is? I'm slowing it down on purpose. Now we really want to focus on the return phase of what we call the eccentric phase of the muscle contraction. So I'm rolling back here, inhale, exhale, release into imprint first of all, and then release further into neutral, reach the arms away, ears stretching away. One more time. Inhale, bring your fingertips towards the ceiling. Really using this breath, expanding the ribcage three-dimensionally, lengthen through the back of the neck, notice my head in the block. I'm doing this very slowly, obviously it's a slightly faster rhythm in reality. Work the abdominals, arms parallel. Inhale, come back. Exhale, release them, imprint to neutral. And this is my normal operating speed for this exercise. Avoid any form of jerking, by the way, it's all controlled. So it's inhale, exhale. Engage the abdominals and stretch out. Inhale, exhale, release from imprint to neutral. Okay, and then bring the arms back to side to finish. Once again, I must emphasize you can open up the knees a bit more if you want to, or you can bring them closer together. The closer you bring towards the body, the harder the exercise is. There it is, nice safe exercise. And that is the roll up with the legs straight and the roll up with the legs bent. Now the next short video, I will show you the variations of those exercises for people who find the previous exercises just a little bit difficult at the moment.